Hi friends, welcome to Python basic tutorials. Today I am going to explain about if conditional statements. So when it's required, why we are going to use this if conditions, because when a user is entering some value, those values if you want to validate before processing into your system, so we need conditions. So that conditions we can validate using if statements. Okay, otherwise whatever user is entering, if you are processing that, then sometimes it will impact your systems, right? So you have to suggest a user. If a user is entering wrong value, you have to suggest them, please enter correct value, you have entered wrong value. So like that you can do the controlling that. So for that type of scenarios we can go for condition checking. So if is a conditional statement here, if your condition or expression, if it is true it will go to execute this statements. Else else means if it is false it will go to else block, and it will goes to run these statements. So like this we can create if condition, and we can validate, and we can process the data in our Python. So let's a basic example start with this. I'm going to create a Python file here, new file. I'm saving this Python. Before I'm going to save in my default Python. Dot py. I'm saving all the files because Python file extension is .py. So here you can see save as type Python files. If you are not mention also, default it will save as py. Okay, done. So this is my file. Whatever you are writing, you can write here and you can run, and it will show the output in your console, Python shell console. Okay, so comments, you can use hash for comments. This is sample example on if statement, if conditional statement. So again I told you, Python is a case sensitive language. If is different and this if is different. See, it is not highlighting this because this ideally default it will highlight a default, it will highlight inbuilt functions or whatever you have a functions or classes or modules. So case sensitive language. So first I am creating one variable here, a. I'm converting directly int. First I'm using input function to ask user to enter the value. Please enter a value. Okay, I'm closing this. Then if, okay, if your condition, so user should enter positive values like greater than 0. If a user is entering negative values, we should reject that. We should reject that, and we will display some message saying that you are entered a wrong value. Okay, if the condition is true. See, if the condition is true, your statements will give some spaces on this, because if you continue the same line, it won't consider for if statement. Okay, spaces, then your statement. Print you have entered correct value. Okay, then else print you have entered wrong value. Okay, then so like this we can create if statements. This is my expression, or you can say condition. If it is satisfied means it is true, it will come to here, it will execute. If it is false, it will come here, and it will execute this one. Save this. So if you run this one, go to run, there is a run module F5, but it will throw error. Why it will throw error? I will show that. See here, it is throwing error because any conditions, if or any other statements end with a colon. Okay, here also end with colon. Again save this, run this. It is asking input, I am entering 4. It is showing that you have entered correct value. Because we have entered positive value, it is going to first condition, it is satisfied true, it is coming here, it is printing here. Then again I am running here, I am entering minus value. It is because it is went to second one. Why? Because that condition is not satisfied. The condition is not satisfied. You have entered wrong value. Okay, go to here. I am giving a condition here greater than 0. So always you have to enter greater than 0 means 0 or negative numbers it won't accept. You have to enter 0 more than 0 because you should not enter 0 or negative value. So like this I have given a condition here. So it is going to execute this condition. If it is true, it is coming here and executing this. If it is false, it is coming to else block and it is running this statement. Like this, we can add any statements. We can add any statements like this. We can add okay. We can add any statements like this. If that condition is true, it will come to this block and it will execute this. If the condition is false, it will come to this block, it will execute this. Okay, like this we can go for using if conditional or control statements. Okay, so based on your condition it will validate, based on your condition it will validate and it will give the result. Again running again, I'm going to enter positive value 44. Now you can see you have entered correct value because it is greater than 0. Again if I'm running again, if you enter minus value minus 55, it is saying that you have entered wrong value. The value is 55. Okay, like this we can create if statements. If we can create if statements, and remember here all controls or conditions and standard functions here else you have to end with colon. You have to end with colon. If you remove this colon, it will throw error. If you remove this colon, it will throw error. So that is the default syntax for Python. So if you are going for C or if you are going for PHP, so like different syntaxes. The concept is same. The concept is same. If else, and there is a nested if that we will discuss in next session. So here the syntax is like this. We have to end with colon. And remember this, Python is a case sensitive language. If you enter any uppercase if, okay, it will throw error because it won't consider, system can't find this if. So like this invalid syntax, it's not able to find if is a if it is a condition, it will identify this is a condition and expression after that syntax. But if you are enter like uppercase, like it will treat us different. So it is a case sensitive language. So when you are writing a number of lines of code, be careful on case sensitive, because for example I'm declaring a variable here, another variable input, please enter a value. Okay, see I'm commenting this one, so it won't ask you again. So I'm declaring as uppercase. Here condition in uppercase, I'm declaring as lowercase. If you run this, see, I'm giving a value or lowercase value this variable 33, and it is throwing error. Name a object is not defined. Name a object is not defined. Why? Because it is treating as different one. This a is different, this a is different. If you modify here is a, it will consider this. If you modify here a lowercase, it will consider this one. I'm entering value 66. Sorry, it is not saved properly. Okay, because here we have uppercase, right? That's why it is throwing error. I have to change everywhere. So if you are doing small mistakes also, it will impact entire your lines of code wherever you are using that. So better to use properly. Okay, because if I change here, I have to change wherever I have used this variable, wherever I have used this variable. So it will impact huge actually. So you need to change all areas wherever you are using those variables like this. Okay, so this is the way we can go for creating conditions. This is the way we can go for creating conditions. Only we have to remember two things. One is your expression, and another was else condition. If that expression is true, it will come to here. If that is false, it will come to here. Then the syntax, you have to end with colon. Here also you have to end with colon. And then you were, see here. If you are not providing spaces, see here, it is throwing error. Why? Because it will continue. See here, I will show here. Okay, these two are not in if condition. If condition will work only up to this here. If it is this true, if it is this true, it will come to only here. But this won't be executed. But after finishing this, your Python shell will come here and it will execute this two. If true or false also, this two will be printed in your screen. Let's see that. See, 33. You are getting these two values. Okay, that's why when you are writing your Python code, you have to maintain the differences between whatever you have a classes or methods or objects, and you have to maintain those spaces here. See here, this is my if condition, then I'm giving a spaces here. It will validate this because this will consider as inside this if you are not giving spaces, if you are directly, if you are coming as like this won't treat it as inside if, this will be considered as outside if condition. Okay, so this is the things we need to be taking care about while writing Python script. Okay, thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe. Next, wait for another few tutorials which is advanced Python. Thank you very much.